with Sefer Chofetz Chaim, and it's a very interesting topic. The big topic is relationships, right, for a constructive purpose. Today's topic is a suggestion relationship. So just to remind us, last time we said there is a three type of scenarios. So one is where one suggests the relationship. So meaning nobody's asked us, we're stepping forward because we think that this relationship might work. Second, we said the situation is when somebody calls us and asks us a question, right? Try to collect the references about someone. And third one, when we have to volunteer the information. Nobody asks us, but we see that it could turn into disaster. Okay, so now we're going one by one. So the first kind is when we suggest. So it says, we have seen that it is forbidden to attempt to involve someone in a situation that the person would not want. Would he be aware of the certain facts? So meaning if we withdraw some facts, it's not like we say lie, but we withdraw some facts, so it's like putting stumbling block in front of the blind, right? So if you understand that this person would not want to be in such a situation, so we have to be very careful not to suggest these relationships. If acquaintance in seeking a person with the years of experience with whom to start a business, one may not recommend someone who appears to be in experience, but in fact is not, unless the acquaintance is told this. This holds true even if the person possesses natural talent, which seems to compensate for the lack of experience. So it's very interesting thing, and it's very easy to fall into this trap. So we try to help people, and somebody is this example. Somebody is talented, right? In our opinion, and he is very gifted, right? And he has she has a great potential. So, and even though they say they need somebody with experience, with education, with this, with that, okay, maybe they do not know, maybe we know better. And sometimes people do this mistake, and they suggest without telling the whole truth. So you can always say, yeah, I know you said that you need somebody with experience in business, but this is my friend, I know him, I know her for a long time, so please consider. I know that you said something different, but I think that it might work. Okay, so that's a proper approach, but do not withdraw the information. Often people feel that they know that their friends is really looking for in double quotes. And me personally, sometimes I'm guilty of this as well. So I'm trying to hold myself back, but sometimes. Okay, so why would I say that? Because it's a very thin line. Many people, they do not know what to look for, and they look for wrong things, and they ask for wrong things, right? So, but in sometimes, so you really you really know better, right? And like that's in our mind, and we suggest something different from what that person is looking for. Okay, so if you have this wisdom, okay, you can counter that, but not always. Okay. So it says, so one more time the whole sentence. Often people feel that they know that their friend is really looking for in double quotes, right? Far better than the friend himself does. Okay, so all of us is guilty of that. And feels justified in deceiving the friend by providing inaccurate information about prospective Shidduch or employee with the aim of seeing the Shidduch or hiring realized, right? So we withdraw some information, and sometimes I think we're going to discuss this. Sometimes this information is irrelevant, and sometimes we are wrong. Like I was just recently tried to make a Shidduch, and when this guy, right? So the resume of the girl, right? So he said it's not going to work. I said, why would you say so? He said, but look, she's from this yeshiva. I said, so what? And he said, I'm not going to name names. What yeshiva is, he said, they are brainwashed. They're brainwashed in a certain aspect. And I did not believe them. him. I said, okay, let me ask. So I went back to the father, and father said, yeah, let us think about it. So of course he gave information to the girl, right? And then they decided absolutely not. So and the reason exactly this young fellow told me. So I was shocked. You understand? So and if I would not give half a resume or whatever when she would not put that yeshiva, so they might meet, but they this yeshiva puts a certain ideology in these girls, so they're looking for a specific guy, not this guy, not this type, unfortunately, and very very fortunately. Okay. It is presumption. It is presumptuous and arrogant for one to think that he has a right to make others' life decisions for them. So that's he concludes. It's very it's not conclusion, but he concludes that in this idea that we cannot assume for other people, right? So you can explain to them maybe whatever he's looking for is not so important. This deficiency that in you, like you're looking for a Miss Universe, some Miss Gorgeous, Miss this and that. But the guy, if you look at yourself, I had several guys in my house, right? A single guy, and he has a belly the belly is the size of him. And he's looking for a thin girl, this this hair, that hair. I say, you normal? No, I did not say, but if I wanted to say, just look at yourself in the mirror, you crazy, right? It's not but sometimes people are not there, right? So, but for us to suggest otherwise, even though he said it's arrogant, but if you're in position if you you see the bigger picture, you from above, right? So you already been married for some time, and this guy in he's 35 and he's still looking, he's still thinking maybe I should go to yeshiva or not. And I had these people, and I met this person. He was in mid-20s, and he said I should go to yeshiva. I said, told him he was living with his parents. You must go to yeshiva. Right, you must go to yeshiva. And he said, yeah, after this event. And guess what? I met him 10 years later. I said, so did he go to yeshiva? He said, absolutely not. I apologize. You told me, I know, I feel so sorry, but I never went. So he just postponed it, unfortunately. There are people like that. So they think that they know better, but sometimes they don't. Okay. So continue. Furthermore, it should be understood that the human personality is complex. Okay. Logically, one may seem to have found a perfect match for his friend, right? So that's what I thought many times, right? Nevertheless, if one of the friends has developed attitude, irrational though it may be, that he or she will only marry someone who meets that particular specification, hiding the truth about a prospective mate could have lifelong repercussions. So let's read it one more time. We're going to explain, and I'm going to tell you what I learned from Rabbi Reuven. It's very, very interesting thing. Okay, so it says, so one more time. Furthermore, it should be understood that the human personality is complex. So all people are different, and even though you think that you know that person, or he's your brother, she's your sister, you grew up together, but you only think so, right? So always complex. You don't know what's going on inside. Okay, that's fact. Logically, one may seem to have found a perfect match. So you know his personality, her personality, and you think they're going to work, right? Why not? For a match for his friend. Nevertheless, if one's friend has developed an attitude, irrational though it may be, so that doesn't matter. Whatever they want, it's for you. It's so silly. Like this guy, he's that guy that I'm talking about. He was in early 40s. It was also maybe 6-7 years ago. Still not married, unfortunately. Right? I don't know. With this attitude, even though it's irrational, but he insists on his ways, whatever it means, right? And he only marries someone who meets their particular specification. Hiding the truth about the prospective mate could have for lifelong repercussion. That's it. So if that's not what they want, and then there are many people like to blame other people for whatever misfortune that they have. And you suggested this shidduch, and you like withdrew this information. Guess what? They're going to blame you that nothing works. Not because they're lazy and other bad character traits, but because of you, because you suggested. Okay. 4:8. 1 second. Continuation. 2:14. Okay, so continuation. Upon discovering the truth after the wedding, the person might spend the rest of his married life feeling that he's settled for second best. Can you imagine? Even if he was told the truth right before the wedding, and nevertheless went through with it, right? Feelings of disappointment might surface later. That's not what I wanted. So sometimes a person should get whatever they wanted, right? Or like don't, maybe it's as I said before, maybe it's better approach not to push them something that they do not want, but actually discuss with them and prove them opposite, right? To prove them wrong. Maybe they would change their mind and want something different, someone different. Such practices, though well intended, are considered giving bad advice and are violation before the blind person. Do not place a stumbling block. So whenever we describe the other side, we must be brutally clear, like honest, right? But try to work on that person and let him change his mind, your mind. So Rabbi Reuven Shlita says, it's very interesting. So it was very unexpected. So he said, so it's easy for not good-looking people to get married than to get married for good-looking people. Because why? So not good-looking people, they are less picky. You understand? So when you're less picky, you have more choice, right? You're ready for compromises. But people who are good-looking or are looking for good-looking people, like for only physical attraction, so it's hard. It's very hard for them to find somebody, and the other side is picky as well, and you go into all of the confrontation and not such a good life. So as you see on all of the celebrities, all of the good-looking people, their marriages do not last. It's very interesting.